Hey guys, Chris back, Ironhead Garage. Hey, check it out, the 55 Chevy's outside. Getting some air for the first time since I brought her home. Let's check it out. Big Block Kings. Hey, there's my brother. What's up, brother?
Hey.
See what it looks like. Oh yeah.
Stay down, girl.
First time she's been outside for probably 2 years or so. Man, she looks cool. Got a good stance to it. Too bad I couldn't fire it up and take her for a spin.
Stay down. Down.
Got the killer look.
No, stay down.
Yeah, let's get that front end open, see what it looks like with the nose tilted. Alright, there she is with her nose tilted. Yeah, looks cool too. Hey little doggy. Could be my new little shop dog. Someday I'll drive it, boys. One day. Next year. After winter. Dog wants to go for a ride. Alright guys, well, it's supposed to rain today. Hey, look at the dog. YouTube star. Ironhead Garage dog. Alright guys, I'll get her back in the shop.
Down.
Well guys, got her back in the shop. It's raining outside now, so couldn't keep it out there long. Thanks to my brother for coming over to help me do that. Appreciate it, Tim. So, you guys know I got to take this rear end out of this car now. But before I do that, I wanted to mark these wheel radiuses. So I got a line around there. And I want this to be equal all the way around the tire. I don't want it to flare out on the bottom or flare out there. I want that equal distance away from the tire. So I thought, oh, maybe I'll just use my circumference maker. Put it on a little notch in the tire and spun it. And it worked pretty good where the metal's nice and flat. But as the rocker panel down here by the rocker, as it curves away from the tire, goes towards the inside of the car, and back here, well, if you use this circumference maker and you go around that radius, well, then you got to lean it in because the metal goes away. Well, then the radius gets off. See how it gets tighter? So that ain't gonna work. Same if you use a string. If you put a string on here and try to make that radius, the metal falls away, so it ain't gonna be right. The string's gonna get shorter or longer. So I mocked up this piece of metal here, piece of flat, I think it's 1.25 inch or something metal, and a couple pieces of inch box metal on there. So I'm going to put that flat on the tire, so it sets totally flat, and I'll hold it dead tight. And then I got this this carpenter pencil and sharpen it with a special carpenter pencil sharpener, so the point will always be the same. It won't vary when I go to sharpen it with like a razor knife. So if I hold that on there nice and flat, then I go around that radius and keep this carpenter pencil flat. Well, then when I go down and that metal goes away from the pencil, I can push that pencil forward and it will stay the right distance away from the tire. It'll give me that correct radius. Gotta finish this part here. I did half of it. Just getting these marks on there, so I got them. It's going to go all the way up to the bottom of the trim, probably a little bit more. But now I got a line I can measure to and put it up another quarter or so. And I got a plan for these wheel arches. We'll see if my plan works or if I got to do something different. But I'll set the camera up and I'll finish the rest of it. Hold on. Alright, so there's that jig I made. got the carpenter pencil, nice and sharp. So that's what I was talking about, keeping that jig nice and flat on that top of that tire. And as I go around, got to be careful not to cut my knuckles on this sharp quarter panel. But I can poke that pencil in there, and as I go around the radius, I can push that pencil forward or pull it backwards, and it will keep it the right distance away from the tire. See, like here, as it falls away, you can see or not, I can push that pencil and make it the right distance away from that tire. We want these to look equal all the way around. So I'm going to finish it on this side here, do it without cutting my fingers holding this metal. You guys kind of get the idea. Well, that's one way to get it perfect circumference around there, perfect radius, totally equal. That's what we want. We don't want it oblong or egg shape. Some cars are fine like that, but I want to get this one just right all the way around there. Over on this side, it bulges out actually, then dips back towards the back of the car. I'll hold that piece of metal on there dead flat. Slide that pencil out. Back and forth. So I get that perfect radius around there. Here I'm pushing the pencil forward. Keeping that metal flat, kind of a pain in the ass, but pull that pencil forward, pull it back towards me. If you can see it or not, there's that perfect line all the way around there. Perfect radius. That's how I'm going to do it. That's how it came out, just perfect. If you measured that, that's just dead nuts around there. Alright guys, I'm going to do the other side, and then I'm going to get these wheels off, start taking them brakes apart. Alright guys, well I got this wheel arch all marked out. So from the tire to the cut line, I might cut it another quarter, we'll see. It's 2 3/8 all the way around. So it's a perfect radius all the way around. And this quarter panel on this side is pretty ratty. I gotta dolly this out. We'll do that and we'll fix her up. Alright, well, I'm gonna get these lug nuts off and get these wheels off. Get this thing up on some jack stands. Get them brakes out. Alright guys, I'm on it. Hey, Harley, be back. Hey guys, I'm back. Hey, I keep forgetting to mention, does anybody want a sticker? I'll send you one. How about the first 2 or 3 people who comment who haven't got a sticker yet? If you want an Ironhead Garage sticker, I'd be happy to send one to you. So leave it in the comments. We'll get you one in the mail. So, I got the car all jacked up. Got her on 4 jack stands there. And I got a big giant I-beam with some wood stacked on the top there, so she's nice and safe. Oh yeah, when I first started working on this car, I did buy brand new leaf springs for it. They have a 3-inch higher arc because I knew I was going to run these 30-inch tires on the back. So it gave me more room when I go to cut my my wheel radiuses. So I got the drums off pretty easy. Man, look at this shoe. That thing is just worn paper thin. They didn't want to buy no brakes for this old girl when she was running. And on this side, pretty thin too. So I matched up the drums. These drums I probably could have had turned, but nobody around town here turns drums anymore. That's why I just went ahead and bought a couple. And I got all the brake kit, all new springs. I got new wheel cylinders. And I even got new studs. So I'm going to take this stuff apart tomorrow probably. I'm going to soak these studs so those will bang out of the axles. I'm going to soak them axle backing plates, bolts, so I don't break them off. Let them soak overnight. Then I'll get these shoes all off. The other side wasn't too bad. I did paint that. I did paint that axle when I first started working on the car too. I'm gonna have to grind it down in the middle when I build my ladder bars. So this side, it's all complete too. These shoes are a lot better. This is the primary shoe on the back there, and then you can tell that this shoe's a lot shorter on this side. And there's the other drum. It wasn't too bad. It's rusty and oily. Who knows when the last time the brakes worked on this old girl. But I made sure that all my brake shoes matched up and the wheel cylinders are right. And the drums are correct. And I got to put a shock bar in this thing. Yeah, she's got some surface rust back here, but we'll get that all cleaned up. And the top of the trunk pan up there where the shock's mounted, it's got a couple cracks. That was the worst design ever on the Tri-5, where those shocks bolt up into the trunk. A lot of them cracked up there and failed. That's why they make that aftermarket shock bar. So I'm going to soak all this stuff and let her soak overnight so I don't break none of them nuts and bolts. And I'll get them axles out tomorrow. So let me know if you guys want one of them stickers or not. We'll get them in the mail. I sure appreciate you guys watching. We won't make these videos too long. Alright guys, you guys be safe out there. Take care. Till next time. Hope you enjoyed the car outside. Sure was cool seeing it outside. She ain't rolling nowhere anytime soon now. Alright guys. Later.